We continue to follow breaking news, a wildfire in Boulder. This is just a look at the fire right now. You can see smoke billowing up from the site. Now, this fire started near the NCAR labs on the west side of Boulder, and over thousands of people have been ordered to evacuate. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Dylan Thomas. Now, here is a look at the area that has been evacuated right now. Our Connor McHugh is joining us live in Boulder. And Connor, this is a scary situation for families who watched their neighbors evacuate just a matter of months ago during the Marshall Fire.
Yeah, Dylan, a lot of people who have been evacuated are gathered here. We're just in Boulder County off of Highway 93, where you have quite the look at this NCAR fire right now and how it's been moving and growing based on the wind and the conditions. You can see right now, based on the wind, which appears to be heading to the southwest, that's also where the smoke is going. But just a few minutes ago, it was headed the opposite direction and it appeared to just kind of go over itself. But again, this is what we saw with the Marshall Fire and what we will see with winds like this, that things can change so much. Now, where that fire is right there is where the majority of the activity has been. To the right of it, though, is where the NCAR labs and where the complex is. That is close to where authorities tell us this started today. That's also next to some homes and neighborhoods in Table Mesa that were one of the first areas to be evacuated today and remain evacuated. Thousands of people in there. There are also a number of people, thousands of people on the other side of this fire that have since been evacuated in the last hour or so, all around the Eldorado Canyon area. But again, many people coming here, watching it, a lot of people watching with anxiety, trying to keep an eye on this fire, on its activity, how close it's getting to their homes. And many people who were even back there just hiking were watching it as it was growing. Some people said they saw flames 40 feet high when they were trying to get out and off of the trails, and then they could just see it growing as they left. One woman we spoke with actually was evacuated due to the Marshall Fire several months ago and said she had to do what she could do to get people out of the area.
I live in Superior, so I was actually evacuated during the Marshall fires that just recently happened. So out of concern for the people, like I can relate to how that felt. We decided to jump in the car after code enforcement told us that they were evacuating, and we started driving around just everyone that we could possibly see that was out, telling them that it's not just like a watch, it's an evacuation, and to get their stuff and get their, important things to get out.
Now, one thing and one positive thing we've seen a lot more in the last hour is aerial resources. There's one helicopter that's been going through this area making drops. We've also seen 2 fixed-wing airplanes take their turns going through, dropping slurry, different kinds of things to try and contain this fire. Again, as far as we know, the last update, there was 0 containment, but it is nice to see some of those aerial resources. Again, the wind will be the factor here, and that's something we're going to keep an eye on out here.